We're here in Bagan and we're just getting ready for our incredible early morning balloon flight.
A hot air balloon ride offers a unique perspective on this landscape, and as we rise higher, the tips of temples and stupas begin to poke out above the trees. Soon, the air's alive with balloons all drifting together as the rising sun emerges to dispel an early morning mist, throwing color over the plains. And the sight is spellbinding. Between the 9th and 13th century, the Bagan Kingdom had its capital here, and it was the epicenter of Burmese cultural life and language.
This would have been a big city. London and Paris were about 10 or 20,000 people. Here was 100,000, one of the biggest cities in the world. So you would have been flying over people, markets, houses, all wooden structures or bamboo, stuff that's gone and just left the remains of about just over 2,000 temples. So if you can imagine flying over a bustling city back in that time, it's amazing. Try and picture that. For a ballooning point of view, it's not just the scenery, but also here, the winds are amazing. We can't steer the balloon, we just find different layers of winds at different heights. Here there just seems to be so many different layers. Most of the pilots I know don't know another place like this.
After a long, slow, peaceful drift over this landscape, Mike, our balloon pilot, begins the descent and sets a course for the wide open dry riverbank, our landing zone.
Taking a balloon flight over Bagan in the early morning over the temples with the sun rising is just poetic.
Boats are already beginning to traffic the wide expanse of the Irrawaddy River, the largest and most important river in Myanmar. With its headwaters in the Himalayan glaciers, its course runs over 2,000 kilometers before opening into the Andaman Sea, and the town of Old Bagan is situated on its banks. Depictions of lacquerware can be found on the temple murals indicating that it was already in use in the 11th century. We want to get up close and explore some of the 3,800 temples, stupas, and monasteries still existing today. And one of the best ways to do this is by motorcycle.
We've been told that it's really important you take off your shoes and socks as a way of showing respect and keeping everything very nice on the inside, and then you can go in and have a look.
Entering the tomb-like cool air of the inner chamber, sounds of the outside world are muted and a peaceful solitude prevails, watched over through the ages by a towering statue of the Buddha. Restoration efforts are underway, as time has not always been kind to these once revered shrines and temples ravaged by earthquakes, weather, and human activities. Still, what remains is awe-inspiring by its sheer scope and artistry. Bagan Kingdom was Burma's first real empire, and it was integral to the flourishing of Theravada Buddhism in the region, which remains the predominant religion in Myanmar today.
What can I say? I mean, it's just incredible here. When you first show up, it just feels like this kind of dusty little town in western Myanmar, but the more you start looking around, the more you start understanding the history of the place, it sinks in. And now, like we do every time, we're gonna leave and head out into the wilderness, but it's just gonna be tough to say goodbye to Bagan.